Okay, for this lab, you're going to be measuring another pulling force. This time it's going to be the force of friction. This is the force that pulls back whenever an object is being dragged across a surface. In the rest of this video, you're going to see Miss Cadell, who helped me out for this lab, dragging a wooden block across 5 different surfaces. After each pull, after each surface, there is a picture of the spring scale she used to drag it, so you can see exactly how much force it took. Please notice that this spring scale is slightly different than the one we used in the gravity lab last week. There are actually more lines in between the 0 and the 1 on this scale, which means it will be representing a different decimal. As you go through the video, pause as needed and go over to your notebook sheet so that you can put into the table the force in newtons as a decimal that it took to drag the wooden block across each surface. Okay, now that you've seen how much force it takes to drag the wooden block across each surface, we have another question we need to answer with this lab. What happens when we increase the weight of the wooden block? In this next series of videos, you're going to see Miss Cadell dragging the wooden block across the same surfaces, but this time there is a second block sitting on top. This means that the wooden block being dragged is twice as heavy. Make sure you pause it as you go through and fill out on the table the force that it takes to drag this block that is twice as heavy. Be careful to pay attention to those little lines and report this force as a decimal in newtons. This is the third and final part of our friction lab. Because friction is a force that happens when an object is being dragged across another object, I want to know if changing the contact point between those objects will make a difference. For this next series of videos, we've flipped the wooden block so that the smaller edge of it is the only part that's touching the surface. Maybe this will reduce the amount of friction needed. Make sure you pause the video and report in the table the amount of force it takes to drag the block on the smaller edge as a decimal in newtons.